Hey guys, have you ever wondered why sometimes you list things and they sit around forever collecting dust, and at other times they're selling like hotcakes? Well, the answer is sell-through rate. And understanding sell-through rate is huge for your eBay business to optimize sales and profit. So I'm going to break it down for you guys today, and hopefully by the end of this video, you have a good grasp of sell-through rate and understand how you can make it work for you. All right, so let's start with the basics. So what is sell-through rate? Simply put, sell-through rate is the number of items that are sold divided by the number of items that are listed for a period of time. So for example, the most common on eBay is people look at a 90-day sell-through, right? So eBay shows you solds for 90 days. So you would take the number of solds for a 90-day period for a particular item divided by the number listed, multiply that by 100, and that's a percentage that would show you an indicator of how quickly this item sells. So in the simplest terms, let's say there's an item that was listed, had 100 listings for a 90-day period, and when you check the solds, there's 50 of them that happen to sell. That would mean that item has a 50% sell-through rate over a period of 90 days. So, every 90 days you expect 50% of what's listed to sell. All right, so I'll show you guys a real world example. We're gonna look up a shirt that you'll find in every thrift store in America, and really this isn't even specific to clothing. You could use this for anything, but since that's what I sell, that's what we'll look up. So we'll just in the eBay search here, we're gonna look up a Columbia. We're gonna look up a Columbia PFG shirt. So I'll type that in. There you go, Columbia PFG. And you can filter, so I typically will filter for new. Let me actually pick a button down. Category, filter, rather for pre-owned, because that's the majority of what we sell. And let's just say it's an extra large. So if you look down on the search results, and I'll highlight them here, there's 9,500 of these listed. So that means over the last 90 days, there's 9,500 of these that are active, or 9,500 that are active right now. If I filter again, and I go down to the solds, so I tap sold, oh, sorry, and also the size, extra large. So you'll see that there's 2,700 results. So there's 2,700 Columbia PFG shirts in a size extra large that are pre-owned that have sold in the last 90 days versus 9,500 listed. So if you do that math here, 2,700 divided by 9,500, you'll get, I believe it's about 30%, a little short of 30%. I'll put the math up here. So that sell-through rate's not great. What that basically means is that every 90 days, about 30% of what's listed will sell. So if you want to figure out how long your item, may sit around until it sells, it could take, a little over 3 90-day cycles for it to get to 100%, right? So that everything's listed sells. So in that case, that might sit around for 10, 11 months, maybe longer. There's things you can do to, make it sell quicker, and we'll cover that in a minute here. But just out of the gate, across the board, Columbia PFG shirts that are size extra large, that's what their sell-through looks like. All right, so just to show you guys the difference and how the specifics matter, I'm going to search for this shirt in a 4XL, and you'll see way different results. So here's a 4XL. Let me filter again for pre-owned. Oops, sorry. So you see now there's 256 shirts listed on eBay that are PFG 4XL shirts, right? Now if I again check the solds, you'll see that there's 202 sold. So if I take 202 divided by 256, I think that's around 80%. Again, I'll put the math up here. That means that in a 90-day period, about 80% of those that are listed will sell. So that's a way higher sell-through rate. That means that as long as I'm, within the market and everything, and I don't have, maybe a crazy color or defects or whatever with the item, I should sell this, within probably 90 days or shortly thereafter. So the size matters, the color matters, the pricing matters, and we'll get into that shortly. So why does sell-through rate matter? It's basically an indicator of, key indicator of, how you run your business. So, when you're outsourcing, if you're finding higher sell-through items, those items are going to turn quicker. It'll increase your cash flow because you're getting that money back sooner. Now, there are many types of ways to run this business, right? There's no correct way. There's, people that pick up items that have a lower sell-through rate if they have more storage or more capital. But if you're in a situation where, you're running this out of, your bedroom and you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money to put into this, the higher sell-through items you have, the less storage space you'll need and the less money you'll need to get going. That kind of gets to the next point of, what's a good sell-through rate. And, that's like saying, what's the best car, or what's the, what's your favorite anything. It really is subjective, depending on your business model. So, for example, I try to not pick up anything with less than a 50% sell-through. So that would be, I want to sell it within 6 months. Is that always the case? No. I've picked up things worse than 50%, and especially when I was starting out, didn't know what I was doing. Yes, I have some items behind me here that I've had, for a long, long time. But, for the most part, that's what I look for, especially the newer stuff I'm picking up. And you guys see that from the What Sold videos, right? A lot of this stuff is selling, really quickly. And that's just, as you gain experience and you get discipline to, say no and put things back in the store that don't meet your, your criteria. But if you have the space, there's people that have models that, they will sell items with lower sell-through because they have the space and they have the capital, and those items still turn a profit. Maybe you'll pick up an item that has a higher profit but a slower sell-through. So when that does finally sell, you'll reap the benefits of it. Where some of the quicker sell-through stuff, maybe it's lower profit. So, he said there's many ways to run this business. You can sell one item and, for $100,000 and make your money that way, or you could, make $1 at a time, same. So really anything in between, it's just up to you on what makes sense, for your cash flow, for your capital, and, what are the rules of your business. So I mentioned earlier, there are, some ways that you can impact sell-through. One obviously is just finding better stuff to begin with. So like I said, saying no, doing your due diligence when you're outsourcing, and, finding those items that have higher sell-through because they're a desirable size or color or whatever the case may be, versus, more sort of plain Jane stuff. That's number one. Number two is pricing competitively. So when you look at that sell-through rate, that's sort of based on you meeting, the market. So, if a certain shirt's selling for, $25 on average or whatever, if you list a shirt for $40, even though that might have a 100% sell-through rate, you're priced so high that your shirt might not sell for a year, right? But if you take an item that's even a slower sell-through, let's say, and you list it for, $10, and the market's listing it for $15, yours might sell today. So there's definitely a balance, but pricing competitively, pricing a little bit below market if you have the margin to do it, that's a way to definitely increase the sell-through rate as well. And then another would be creating quality listings. So, things like taking good pictures, right? Good lighting, clear, not blurry pictures, putting titles that make sense. So I'll probably make a separate video about that too, but having a title structure that, is sort of the eBay desired title structure, and it's clear and has good keywords. If your listing has, if you include keywords that are desirable, that other listings don't have and customers are searching for. That may improve the sell-through rate of your item. That we just mentioned that the other day. With like a pair of shorts, I think the word "rip stop" was a keyword you could use, and it increase the sell-through rate versus not using it. Just for example, so researching those keywords. A tip for that would be look at the solds and browse through for that similar item that you have and see what the listings say. Are there particular keywords that you see on the higher dollar items that you could maybe adopt into yours? That's sort of a whole nother side of this business, is just doing the research and seeing what you can apply to your listing, seeing what others are doing out there. So just wrapping up here, obviously sell-through rate's a super important metric to measure, both at the individual item level and also for your store. So you want to keep an eye on what is the sell-through rate overall for your store to help you forecast how many listings you should be doing and that sort of thing. So anyway, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you have a better understanding of sell-through rate, how to calculate it, some ways to improve it. Be great if you guys leave some comments below with any of your tips for sell-through rate, for like I said, improving it, or what your standards are for your store. And again, everyone's different, but just be helpful to see what's out there. Definitely go ahead and like and subscribe if you guys want to get more videos like this. Hopefully, like I said, this was helpful, and till next time, we'll see ya.